Self-Care Challenge wrap up. We are at the end of day number 5 of our 5-day self-care challenge. How did you do? Now, if you found yourself falling behind or don't remember what you were supposed to do on a particular day, no worries, right? This is a judgment-free, very supportive and encouraging challenge because it's all about you taking better care of you. And the good news is you have a little bit of a grace period. So yes, the challenge is 5 days. Yes, today is Friday, the end of the 5th day. But if you need a little bit of time to catch up, I want to encourage you to do that over the weekend. So I'm providing a little bit of amnesty, I guess you could call it. And on Monday, we will officially close the challenge and announce the winner of our $100 prize. How exciting is that? $100, like what could you do with $100 right now? I'm sure you have a list of things that you could do. So here, I want to make sure that everybody knows what you need to do to even be eligible for that $100. So number 1 was you need to invite a friend to this group. Many of you have done that already. I've been keeping a running list. And so if you haven't done it yet and have been participating in the challenge, I want you to just go ahead and do it. You don't have to necessarily include 100 of your friends. 1, 2, 3, 5 is excellent, right? So all you have to do is just invite at least one person to this group that's not already in the group to join us. So that's step number 1 on your path to this $100 prize. Step number 2 is to actively participate in each of the challenge activities. So even if you're using this weekend as a time to catch up, which is totally fine, all you have to do is find that day's challenge and post something there to let me know that you actually did the challenge, okay? So that's all you have to do, and then your name will be entered. I keep very good records of those things, so make sure if you've already done some of the challenge activities and didn't post on that particular day's Facebook message, that you do that, right, so that I can count you. So the way the challenge has been going all week is each night I do a live stream with that challenge topic. I give you a preview of the challenge, and then the next day you're supposed to start fresh with the challenge. So make sure you take a look at the live streams I've been doing. They're not long, and many people have been finding them incredibly valuable, and I know that you will too if you haven't had a chance to catch them all. So watch the live streams and then make sure you do the challenge activity for each day, right? So quickly, I can just tell you what the activities are. So if you're sort of just starting out, you can sort of assess for yourself if this is something you think you might be able to pull off between now and Monday, okay? So day number 1 was to find your calm song, which all you have to do is find a song that brings you peace, calm, that puts you in a better mood, and post it in the challenge. So that was number 1. Number 2 was a quick journal activity. The second day we talked a lot about being Superwoman and wearing our Superwoman cape. And so it was a quick journal exercise with some question prompts, mainly around this question of why don't you put down your cape? Like, why do we need to wear our Superwoman cape doing all of the things without any help? So that was day number 2. Day number 3 was to simply listen to a spiritual guided meditation from this company called Abide. So it is a Christian meditation app. It uses scripture, prayer, moments of pause and reflection for you to really get in the presence of the Lord. And so all of the Abide meditations or programs are quick. None of them are longer than 15 minutes, so that's something you can do really easily. So just pick one that speaks to anything you could use some guidance or some encouragement on. They have tons of different topics. There's not a specific one that I recommended. I really want you to find one that speaks to what you may be experiencing in your life. So that was day number 3, was to listen to Abide. Day number 4 was to move your body for 10 or 15 minutes. That does not mean you have to go to the gym. That does not mean you have to like run a mile. None of that. It doesn't even mean you have to step on a treadmill. Find some way. Dance is included, walking around your house is included, taking a quick walk outside is included, but find some way to move your body for 10 minutes. Okay, that was day number 4. And then day number 5, which was today, was really exciting, and that one was to make fun plans. So all you have to do is actually just schedule something. You don't have to complete it, but schedule something fun that you will enjoy doing that involves another adult. So that speaks to our need for social interaction and social connection as part of self-care. So make sure that you do that. So those are the 5 challenges. Now, if you're hearing them for the first time right now, I hope what you're taking away is, I could actually do that. I could actually probably pull that off in a weekend, and I hope you'll jump right into the challenge and join us and be a part of what we've been doing for the past week. So that was that, right? Again, how you get in the running for that $100 prize, invite a friend to the group and complete the 5 challenges, and make sure you post on the challenge activity so that I know you did it. But even more importantly than that, I wanted to come on and just talk briefly in summary about why you needed this challenge, right? Like, why do a self-care challenge? I posted in this group weeks ago about what topic you guys wanted to delve into, and hands down, self-care was the one that came up as the most popular topic. And again, when I started this challenge, I said I wasn't surprised, because so many of us are overwhelmed, we're stressed out, we are extending ourselves much, much longer than we should be. And so you needed this challenge because you're doing too much, right? You're doing too much, and you've created this story in your mind that you have to do all the things that you were doing. And I hope that this challenge, especially the activity around the Superwoman Cape, I hope that it's helped you to realize you don't. Like, you don't actually have to do all of the things all of the time, that you can sit yourself down, you can take a minute to pause, you can take a minute to reflect, to refresh and refuel yourself. It's so important to do that. And so just as you add multiple items to your to-do list each day, I hope now that you've gotten into the habit of adding some self-care practice to that list as well. So number 1 reason why you needed this challenge, because you're doing way too much. Another reason that you needed this challenge is sometimes you just need someone to tell you what to do, right? So we know self-care, it's such a broad topic. You hear about it all the time. And sometimes you just need a plan, right? You need someone to tell you, today, this is what you're going to do. You need someone holding you accountable, leading the way, offering you high impact, effective self-care practices that will really make a difference for you, because let's be honest, you're short on time. And so you need something that really packs a powerful punch in terms of lifting your spirits, giving you more energy, giving you a positive outlook on whatever the day may bring to you. And so you needed this challenge because you needed some guidance, you needed some accountability, you needed some excitement and momentum and community around taking care of yourself. And so I'm so glad to have been able to offer this experience for those of you who have been a part of this challenge. And so just keep those things in mind, right? You're doing too much, and sometimes you need a little bit of guidance, and sometimes you need a little bit of accountability in the process. And I think those by far are the 2 main reasons why you needed this challenge. The third one that I'll share with you is that you've been thinking about it, but you haven't done anything about it, right? You've been talking about it, but you haven't really been doing anything about it. And a lot of times, we already know the things we should be doing. We already know that we need to take a break. We already know that we need like to get away. We already know that we need a vacation. We already know so many of these things that enable us to just press pause on the chaos and busyness of our life. We know the things we need to be doing to really tune into ourselves, to reflect personally about our life, who we are being, who we want to be, how we can be more intentional about that. And then we also need time to really just reconnect with God, right? We're doing all of the things, we're doing church, we're doing, Bible study or conferences and all of those things, but we haven't fully learned how to just enter into the presence of God with quietness and patience and a lot of time on our hands, right? We may say a quick prayer here and there, but we haven't trained ourselves to fully sit in his presence and actually listen for him to respond to us. And so it is my hope that by using the Abide app, you've seen just one way that you might be able to do that on a regular basis. So that's why you needed this challenge. Now, another thing I know from the live stream that I did on the signs that you need a break, I also know that you need a break. And you know you need a break. Like, you fantasize about just going away somewhere for like a short period of time. I know that I do. Again, you guys, I have a 1 and a 3-year-old, and particularly around the hours of 6 to 8, I am dreaming about quiet. I am dreaming about a stress-free environment where I can just sit around and do the things I want to do, where I can have fun, where I can relax, where I can read, meditate, just refresh myself. Pretty much every night I think about that as I get my kids to bed, which, they're a blessing, not to say that they're not, but sometimes you get a break, right? And so I have a break for you. I have a getaway for you. I've been talking about it now for a couple of days, the Glam Getaway. If this is your first time hearing about it, it is scheduled for December 8th and 9th right here in New Jersey at the amazing and so luxurious, so glamorous Renaissance Hotel. Hey, Marian, yes, you need a break. You need to come to Glam. You need to come to the Glam Getaway. So that hotel is awesome, right? Just being there makes me feel like I really escaped to like an amazing, very pampering environment. So the Glam Getaway is a time for us to get that break. It's just one night, right? I could have done a 3-day retreat, but I'm like, no, like sometimes you need something quick that you can be in and out because you still have a lot of other things on your plate. And so if you've been feeling this year, this month, this week, like, well, I'm exhausted, I'm overwhelmed, I'm doing too much, it is. You love that hotel, right? Like the Renaissance as a brand, I love their hotels. They are very, very nice hotels. And sometimes you just need like just one night, right? Like you can negotiate one night with your husband or with childcare or with whomever you need to negotiate. And more than what we're going to do on Friday, which is going to be amazing. We're going to have a huge girls' night with vendors. We're going to have photo shoots, mini makeovers, massage, chair massage. We're going to have styling, health and wellness assessments, personality assessments, amazing vendors. These vendors are literally like hand selected by me. I've had lots of people come to me, can I be a vendor? Can I be a vendor? I'm like, maybe this isn't the event for you because I'm really particular about the experience I want to offer you. And so prepare for sure on Friday to have a lot of fun and a lot of pampering. On Saturday, we start the morning super early. If you're a morning person, with prayer, meditation, and yoga. Like seriously, I'm having trained yoga instructors come in. They're bringing the mats. All you have to do is wear some appropriate clothing and be prepared to have an amazing, quiet, peaceful time that centers you so that when we get to the Glam session later on Saturday, which is the main session, the main work of this experience, you are prepared. So GLAM stands for God's Love Abides in Me, and it's all about pressing pause on the busyness of life, tuning into yourself, and reconnecting with God. And we're going to do that in some amazing ways. We've got a lot of love activities. One is defining love. Like, what does love mean and look like for you? And what does it look like for others? It's going to be a really fun and engaging conversation to figure that out together. We're going to also explore your love blocks. Like, what are the things within yourself? What are the things you need to pay attention to that maybe are preventing you from experiencing as much love as you would like from those in your life, whether that's your husband, your children, your parents, your extended family, your friends, your coworkers, whomever, right? There are things that we may unconsciously and unknowingly be doing, or that we haven't dealt with, that are leading us to not be able to fully experience and appreciate the love that first God is trying to show us, but then also that He is trying to share with us through others in our lives. And we're having a panel at this event as well. And I cannot even capture into words how life-changing, impactful, any amazing word you want to use, that this panel will be. I've spoken personally to each and every lady that is going to be sharing her story. And we have people sharing their story, from single women, married women who were on the brink of divorce, a woman who's a widow, a woman who is going through the process of divorce right now. We have it all, right? And there's so much to learn from their stories. I laughed with them, I've cried with them, I've reflected on my own life just by hearing some of the things that they have gone through, and I know that you will have the same just unbelievable experience being in the same room with them and hearing what they have to share. So that panel, worth gold. I know it already. And in addition to that, I am going to be talking, I'm giving a talk, it's called Put Your Glam On, and it's all about really letting God's love abide in me, and how we can show up and be more intentional about who we are, how we react, and how we've been operating in our lives. And then the last activity of Saturday is one called Love Goals, because I don't want you leaving there just encouraged and having a feel-good time. I want you there with like some next steps for you, where you feel like, I'm on stronger footing now, I can be ready for 2018, and end that year a much stronger, better, more loving, compassionate person, right? We start each year with all these goals of things we're going to do, but we don't really think about what those goals are until like after January 1st. So let's just get a running start so that come January 1, you are hitting the ground running. You're not trying to scramble around and figure out what you want to be different about your life. You've already figured that out, and you have a plan that you were able to create in an environment with others, where you were getting some guidance, where you were getting some feedback, where you were getting help on the things that you need to be paying attention to. So beyond all of that, right? This was like a parenthesis, what I just shared. Beyond all of that, this experience is like the ultimate self-care experience, right? So I've been talking about these 7 dimensions of self-care, which include your senses, one of your 5 senses, which includes emotional self-care, spiritual self-care, social self-care, physical self-care, pleasure, right? Fun and excitement. And the Glam Getaway has it all jam-packed from Friday to Saturday. And then there is also an optional shopping trip to Jersey Gardens. So I really hope, is this event solely for married women? No, it's not, Marianne. Actually, it is open to any woman. Any woman. I already have people registered that run the gamut. So no, this event is open to everyone. I'll make sure that I am more clear about that as I continue to post about it. It is open to every single woman, young, old, anywhere in between, married, unmarried, don't ever want to get married, would like to be married. It's open to all women. And an important thing that I want to make sure you guys know too is that early bird pricing for the event ends on November 9th. So this is not one of those events where you can sort of like decide at the last minute if you want to come or not, because I'm dealing with a hotel and I'm dealing with vendors and I'm dealing with a lot of places and people, and we have standards, we have deadlines, and so I need to let my people know who is coming, which means that you need to make up your mind if you're going to be coming really, really soon. So early bird ends November 9th, and ticket sales end all together November 30th. So you want to get your early bird ticket because the price difference between early bird and not early bird is pretty substantial, and for sure it's worth every penny of the regular price. But if you can save like several bills, why wouldn't you want to do that? You want to do that because we all like a deal. We all like to know that we got something on sale and that we got a really good price, and I want you to get a good price. So I will put the link for sure in this live stream so you can have it. It's also splattered in this group. I'm sure you would be able to find it easily, but I'll make it super easy and make sure it's attached to this live stream as well. So that's it. Catch up on the challenge. The winner of our $100 prize will be announced on Monday. So catch up on the challenge. Check out the Glam Getaway. Make your plans to attend. And of course, if you have any questions, don't, you're going to snatch up a few ladies who don't need a break. That is awesome. Sharing is caring, right? Sharing is caring, because we know we got some friends. We look at them and we're like, man, you look tired. They're like, I am tired. So why not invite them to come along for this incredible experience? So yeah, let me know what questions you have. I hope to see you there, Mary Ann. I will be looking out for your ticket to come through, and I really, really am excited to meet you in person. And for all of you that will be joining me at Glam, I look forward to meeting you in person as well. All right, ladies, so catch up on the challenge activities. If you haven't done so yet, check out Glam. Have a great, great weekend, and I'll see you soon. Good night.